Hey guys, Gordon J. Wallace here, sales rep with Remax Real Estate Center in Cambridge, Ontario. Desperately in need of a haircut, but unfortunately, I'm not at the point where I'm willing to let my wife have at me with the razor. So, for now, you'll have to deal with all this, and I hope you are staying safe and healthy. Happy Good Friday to you and Easter weekend. So, hopefully, everybody is able to do some video conferencing with their family instead of getting together this holiday weekend. I know it's a little tough, but we will all get through this. So real quick update, hopefully today. I know I say that, but this time I put a lot of the stats in the format I showed you last time in advance, so you won't have to watch me click through the MLS software. So first of all, big congratulations to the Children's Miracle Network and Remax. I saw this pop up today in my feed, so the Remax Network have now donated over $160 million to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. This was one of the things that really impressed me about Remax back when I was working in the software world. I was at the trade show where they announced the $100 million mark when it got passed, and I tell you, every year at the Remax R4 convention, they bring a couple of kids out on stage to share their stories and how donations to this organization have helped their lives and their families' lives. And it is super important, and so I'm super proud to be able to donate a portion of all the proceeds of my transactions to this fantastic network. Hopefully you never have to take advantage of their offerings, but if you ever do, just know that they have our full support. So with the markets, let's hop over to that update. We'll go in alphabetical order this time. So again, just looking at the total inventory, we're going to start alphabetically here in Brant County and Brantford. So 290 active listings, 3 of those new today. It's a holiday Friday, so I'm not shocked that that number is a little bit low. Usually the couple days before a long weekend, like the Friday and the Thursday, there's not as many new properties that hit the market, depending on whether or not it's a long weekend people usually go out of town for, or in this case with the social distancing in play, people might just be more likely to not have their houses listed for this particular weekend. So 3 new in Brant County, including Brantford, 7 conditionally sold in the last 7 days, 29 firm sales in the last 7 days, 2 listings expired, 10 got suspended, and 9 canceled just in the last 5 days. And out of those, only 1 had been on the market for 5 days or fewer. Flipping over to Wellington County, including Guelph, we have 382 active properties in the MLS as of about 6:30 this evening. 8 of those being new today, 3 conditionally sold in the last week, 21 sales becoming firm or firm off the get-go, 4 expired listings, 7 days, suspensions, 4 in the last 5, 12 cancellations in the last 5 days, and only 1 of those, 16 being a listing that was on the market for 5 days or fewer. And Waterloo Region, where there is still plenty of activity, not many new listings today, again I'm not surprised, but 680 total properties active in Waterloo Region, 8 selling conditionally in the last 7 days, 95 firm sales in the last 7 days. That is impressive. 15 listings have expired in the last 7 days, 21 suspensions, 30 cancellations, but again, only 1 of those 51 suspensions and cancellations that occurred in the last 5 days had been on the market for 5 days or fewer. So again, these are people that potentially had their house priced at such a point they were hoping for a bidding war that they did not receive. Therefore, their agents, a lot of times what will happen is we will take the listing down and put it back up, and that restarts that days on market counter that a lot of people like to focus on. So if you're looking at properties, the other key thing to look at is not the days on market stat, and I believe that one gets published out publicly, but your agent can tell you the cumulative days on market, and that is the number that I like to focus on because that includes all of the instances of it going up and down across the life cycle of the current sort of attempt at trying to sell the property. You do have to look back at the history to piece together exactly what's going on. And then, and there's some other things to look at. So just make sure that if you're focusing on that days on market metric, that you are really getting your agent to drill into what the actual length of time that property has been attempting to have been sold for. Because sometimes, especially with seasonal properties or ones, I deal a lot with Pushins Lake. A lot of times you'll get those properties up in the spring. If they don't sell over the spring and summer, they get taken down for the winter months when it's less appealing, the thought of living on the lake. They'll go back up the next year. So you really got to look at the details and the history of those properties to see, okay, how long have they been trying to sell this property and at what price point? So just some food for thought there. And it's that kind of rambling that always makes my videos take a lot longer than usual. I do not follow a script, if you have not figured that out yet. I also try to do one take, so that's why I sometimes will let these things go. Just a quick little update. So my listing at 635 Saginaw Parkway, Unit 43. We had this one on the market for a week. We got an offer. It's conditional on the sale of the buyer's property. So we are still taking showings, both in person and virtual. So if you want more information on this property, we can discuss that further. Just give me a call, but just know there is a offer conditional on the sale of buyer property on this one. Again, the iGuide is up there for you to take a look at. So you can do sort of your own self-guided virtual tour, or you can call me and we can go on FaceTime, Zoom, go to a meeting, and I can walk you through the property in real time, where you can ask me to go take a look over here, take a look over there, that sort of thing. Okay. On that note, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Scott Bennett. Has a property listed for sale also in North Galt. So a little bit bigger, substantially bigger. Up here in the North Galt area, 58 Peregrine Crescents. So I'll just flip through the photos here real quick. But I told him I'd give his property a shout out in my update this week. So there's that property. He also utilizes the iGuide for the virtual tour. So you can, again, do your self-directed tour through his property at 58 Peregrine Crescent in Cambridge and North Galt. But again, if you would like to do an in-person or a virtual showing of this property, give me a call and I can arrange to do that for you. The virtual showings are neat because, again, we just connect over the phone using Zoom, GoToMeeting, FaceTime, whatever you have, whatever you prefer. And you can basically direct me on where to go through the property as if you were there in person. So those two places to check out. Market stat update. Hopefully I'm doing good on time. And it is about 7 o'clock on your Friday. So again, I hope everybody has a great Easter Friday, Good Friday, fantastic Easter weekend, and just stay safe, stay healthy, and we will talk to you again early next week. All right, thanks so much.